How's it going, old schoolers? You're kicking it old school with your host, Russell J.S., and I am your host, Russell J.S. Indiana Jones. What can we say about one of the greatest action heroes in cinema of all time? In 1981, he protected the Ark and the Covenant from keeping the forces of evil from taking over the world. In 1984, he saved a civilization and showed them how they have their fortune and glory, and rescued all their children. In 1989, he kept the cup of the Almighty from ever getting in the hands of any evil. In 2008, he traveled to South America with his former love and her son. Oh, wait. His former love and her son to to retrieve the mystical crystal skulls. And now it's 2023, and I'm so psyched because come this weekend, Indiana Jones returns in a fifth installment in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And I am so stoked. I don't know about the rest of you because I know you've heard all the controversy and the drama with Disney and Lucasfilm with the whole Star Wars thing and Kathleen Kennedy. But, despite everything, I'm very stoked. And, a lot of people, like when they showed it at Cannes Film Festival, they weren't pleased with it. And, there's a lot of drama, all because of the whole Lucasfilm and Disney. Which tonight, on Kicking It Old School, I'm doing another thing about sequels that were not appreciated. And before I start the video off, I want to remind you that you could, if you feel like it, feel free to subscribe, feel free to hit a like, and feel free to leave a comment in the box down below and ring the bell for notification for future content to come out. And I also want to let you know for anybody that has not seen this particular movie, there are going to be spoilers. I forgot. And tell your friends about the channel. Help me get this channel built up. So, I'm going to keep making videos, and hopefully I could get at least 100 subscribers to enjoy the videos. I'm proud to say since 2015 now, I've got 47 subscribers. It's not a real whole lot, but it's better than nothing. It's better than having nobody subscribe. And also leave comments because I would love to correspond with you. Now, this is going to be a sequel that did not go appreciated. And, don't throw any hate my way. On this channel, I just want to, if you disagree with me, let's just agree to disagree. We're all entitled to our own opinions because I see on other channels when people leave comments, they leave they're these hateful trolling bullies, that believe that it's their opinion that matters and nobody else. But you know what, to me, everybody's opinion matters. Whether you like what I talk about or you don't like, you could say that you can disagree with me, just don't leave any nasty comments. But I want to go ahead and review a movie sequel that did go unappreciated. 2008's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, when this movie came out, I was excited like I am right now. Because I was very excited because Indiana Jones, like a lot of kids from my time, was a childhood hero. He was right up there with He-Man. He was right up there with Luke Skywalker. He was right up there with Lion-O and Optimus Prime. But Indiana Jones was a unique character. His movies are in a class all by themselves. And Harrison Ford, he plays the part very well, like he does in everything else he does. But, I thought it was really sad that, I mean, to me, this is just as good as Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and Last Crusade. It's a different kind of take, different story. I mean, Harrison Ford was older, and, since Last Crusade, we wanted another Indiana Jones, and they never delivered. And George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Harrison Ford, they all saw that Indy was very popular, and there is high demand for another Indiana Jones. So, what happened was George Lucas started penning a script, and he wanted to do a script because you had the whole thing with the Russians in the 50s and the atomic bomb testing, and you know like you had those radio programs like World of Worlds, and all this stuff about invasion in our country. And mm, I'm proud to say I'm weaning myself off the cigarette flavor of vape, and I'm doing the more sweet flavors. But the thing is, you see, Steven Spielberg did not want to do a movie with aliens because he had already directed Close Encounters of the Third Kind and E.T. And he didn't think it was a good idea because George Lucas already, had done Star Wars. He had already at the time done 6 Star Wars movies. And George Lucas said, "Okay, I changed it. It's about interdimensional beings." And Steven Spielberg's like, "No, George, no." But, Indy was a little bit older, and they had to have it take place in 1957 when he's in his 50s and getting up there in age and getting a little cranky too. But, what happened was, we waited from 1989 for another, just like we were hungry for another Star Wars back then. And, it was. And, we had Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, which there was more education there than there was action. Indy as a kid. And, that really didn't go over very well. I mean, it had maybe 1 or 2 seasons, and I think it, kind of faded. And they only made TV movies, which one of them, Harrison Ford, made a brief cameo as Indy, as we know him. And, we just wanted Indiana Jones. We just wanted Harrison Ford to do a full movie of Indiana Jones, like he had done 3 times over. But the thing is, finally we get our wish. We find out that Indiana Jones 4 was coming out. And we're all excited to see Indy back putting on the fedora and strapping the bullwhip, ready to go into action. But they had to do it in the 50s, so there was going to be no more Nazis, and I don't think Indy wants to go back to India anytime soon, nor does he want to go back to Shanghai anytime soon. Because, Lao Che's gang probably wants his head on a platter. But, and, like Mullah Ram's descendants probably want to go, rip his heart out of his chest and lower him into lava. But thing is, finally Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull comes out in the summer of 2008. And some of the critics liked it, other people panned it. They thought that, there had been better movies. And people are doing the same thing. Now, once again, just like Blues Brothers 2000 and many other sequels and remakes, reboots, reboot quills, I show appreciation towards this movie. I'm very grateful that Harrison Ford did it again. And the thing is, a lot of people don't appreciate the fact that they go ahead and give us another one, and all of a sudden, oh, they don't like it. They've done better. But, it's like, just like Star Wars, Indiana Jones had his time in the comic books, canon material, novels, video games, a toy line, all kinds of stuff, and merch, March to boot, but nobody appreciated the King. I mean, I can remember Walmart had a whole toy line for Indiana Jones from all the movies. And, because they were going into heavy promotion on that movie. And people didn't like it. When I saw it, I enjoyed it. It was fun. It's classic, old school, action packed fun. And, like, people should be like me. It may not be the best since the first movie, or the second movie, or the third, or whatever have you. But you know what? I'm very grateful that they put out another one. Just like I was grateful with Blues Brothers 2000. And pretty soon on Kickin' It Old School, I'm going to visit a reboot movie of another classic franchise that has been a real big personal favorite of mine since the first movie came out. And, all in all, I think in many ways we should actually appreciate these movies coming out. To me, they're way better than what's out there. There's a lot of stuff like for myself, I'm burned out on the Marvel and DC cinematic universe, but I'm willing to give Flash a chance where you have Michael Keaton returning as Batman. And with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny coming out, and then now you got Flashpoint. For me, it feels like the blockbuster summer of 1989 all over again. And this year we also have a new Ghostbusters movie coming out, but that's not going to be till Christmas time, till the holiday season, which that's a bummer because that's more of a summer movie than it is a holiday movie. But if anything, if you had never seen Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of Crystal Skull, you had no desire to, because it's all about, we can't really go with what the critics say about these movies. We got to see it for ourselves before we judge. It's like, I don't know, an artist comes out with that one big hit song. Everybody loves it. And you got that one person that wants to hear the whole album, but everybody just cares about the one song where thus that artist becomes a one-hit wonder. It's like we should have an open mind. And I say that this is a really great movie. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and stream it on your Netflix or your Hulu, or, go to your local public library where they still let you check out DVD movies. It is a classic gem. It is Indiana Jones at his finest. And, it's, that's what I have to say about it. Now I'm going to have more. That's all the time I have for this video. And again, if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit a like, subscribe, tell all your friends about it, leave comments in the box down below, and ring the bell for other future videos to come. And also check out the stuff that I have on the Russell J.S. channel with the weekly narc. How to go about dealing with narcissistic abuse or narcissistic people in general. But that's all the time I have for this video. As always, I want to wish you all to get you enough. Live life simple. Remember, watch 80s movies, play 80s video games, listen to 80s rock. Listen to all rock as 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and 2000s. That's classic rock now. And stuff that came out 10 years ago is now old school. But, get into all that, stay chill, stay fresh, live life simple, get you enough of love, get you enough of peace, get you enough of God, whatever, get you enough of whatever makes you happy in this world. Anyway, this is your old pal Russell J.S. I want to wish you all Godspeed and may the force be with you always.